So this is part 3 because I whew, had to go to the bathroom. My bad. Little pee break. So back to that. So yes, the grass is greener where you water it. And healthy relationships are not found, they are created. So doing the work, and you think about it, how many healthy relationships are we having? You know, it's so many baby mamas, baby daddies. It's where you didn't get what you wanted out of the first relationship, so you got what you wanted in the second relationships. Like, how much time did you put into the creating that relationship to be a healthy relationship? It probably could have been if certain things were talked about, certain things were examined, certain things were explained. Healthy relationships are not found. They are not. They are really created. And it has to be that putting in that work. It says couples who stay in love the entire lifetime with no doubt are doing the inner work and they're not aware of it. Because they witness each other grow in transformation into their best selves, they share a bond that is deep, passionate, and filled with grace. I do wish sometimes that certain people could meet me who I am today. And not to be with me, that type of thing. Just to know, like, she really inner grew the fuck up. Like, she didn't know all of these things that she knows now. She didn't understand, like, her mannerisms. What isn't that? But I don't seek that validation. I got it in me because I know it in me. Like, I honestly know it in me. It says, quote, unresolved family dynamics can resurface in a romantic partnership, triggering familiar patterns and unresolved conflicts. Very true. Getting into arguments, I turn into my mom. Like, who is you? I turn to my grandma. Who is you? Who you think you talking to? Because I saw that, you know, defending myself, being little, feeling defensive. So, and then I even turned into my dad. Like, I've been angry enough to want a motherfucker to shut up. You know? But what that comes with that, we do need to break up with the mediocre relationship standards and impossible expectations in order to embrace the real love. Like, people don't embrace that real love at all. They have these unrealistic expectations of what that person, your person, supposed to be. My person is supposed to be this way. My person is supposed to, if you hear what I'm saying, you're supposed to protect me. No, the fuck you're not. No. That person is perfectly imperfect just as much as you are. Every word is not going to be okay. Every moment is not going to be okay. You're going to F up. But if you're working together to build that healthy bond and that healthy relationship, that's worth it. That's watering your grass where it's green. Yeah, it might be a little burn, but you water it and make it greener. I've done it. I can say it. I'm willingly admitting to say that I've done it. Healing and transforming our romantic relationships often involves exploring and healing the wounds and dynamic that is inherited from our family. My most recent bonding has opened that up. I didn't do it my first time. I know I didn't. I definitely didn't do it my second time. My second time, I was going through karma, like, big time, for my own karma. Like, and some of my mom's karma. Some of my mom's emotional things that she shown me and it passed down to me. Like, I went through it. My dad's karma, shit, being a provider, wanting to work, wanting to, thinking that that's what you gotta do. You're not creating life. You're like, I created life and then I gotta go. Says our initial connections with our parents hold significant power in shaping and defining our senses of self. I just said that. Through their interactions with each other and with us, they imprinted upon us and our core beliefs, values, perceptions, and expectations regarding love. Very much so. Very much so. Men, do you think that your daughter is supposed to date you? What are you showing your daughter? Women, what are you showing your sons? Are you creating where your son won't trust women? Or are you creating where your son is highly in love and affectionate with women? Are like what kind of dynamic are the parents creating for their children to go back out and do? Says even in our relationships with them, it strains or causes our rebellion. I did it. It is crucial to recognize that our personality and our identity are still deeply influenced by them. That's showing up in your relationship. That's from your childhood. It's showing up in your relationship. It is deeply infused and influenced by them. Like, are you kidding me? Big time. Like, I did not know until I knew how much was still there. Like, it's some of the things I knew I would not do, but some of the things I didn't know that was like deeply implanted in me. It says, humbling acknowledgement that our rejections are just as influential on our personalities as our acceptance allows us to truly examine the layers of our inner world. Through this honesty, self-reflection, I have been so self-reflecting, we gain a deeper understanding of how our early experiences continue to keep shaping our current adult relationships, especially the connections between our dysfunctional patterns and unresolved childhood wounds. We learned about love and intimacy through the way our parents loved and were intimate with us. Very effing true. Early childhood experiences expose us to family dynamics and derailment relationships during the formative years can take a deep rooted into our psyche. These emotional wounds often unconsciously manifest into our present adult relationships as such things like anxiety, reactive tempers, and emotional avoidance. Our unhealed and unreconciled inner child wounds influence our present responses, provoking defensive reactions to the most mundane and benign situations. I do it. I've done it. I do it. I've done it. Sometimes I be like, the audacity of what the fuck you saying to me, you know, like I can. And then it says, and it's crazy because it says these events act as triggers. The triggers. It's crazy. Of our mind, which puts us nervous systems back into the state of the original uncomfort and traumatic experiences. So now this trigger has been there, and now my brain is like, my brain isn't 38 anymore. My brain is now 5. My brain is now 6. My brain is now going back to what I've seen, and I'm reflecting that as the adult today. It says we subconsciously feel like we are reliving the original discomfort all over again, and leading to a defensive behavior that often doesn't even match the situation. I have done this crap so many times. I will be so vulnerable and say I have done it. I do it sometimes even now, and it's like effective, and it's not unaddressed inner childhood wounds that just never were addressed. They said both partners must be willing to acknowledge that their recurring arguments aren't about the surface issue. Argue about some fucking food. That's not really the real issue. But they are they are manifestations of deeper unhealed wounds that are begging to be acknowledged, reconciled, and healed. So it could be something somebody coming to you to talk about, and it's not even what that real argument is. It's a deeper rooted issue within themselves, or it could be some childhood stuff. We'll talk about it says intro dependent, like you'll become intro dependent on each other. And that'll show up. Reoccurring toxic patterns can trigger a natural instinct of safeguarding ourselves from further emotional harm by hyperfixating on the anatomy and independence. We start to think that we are just better off alone. Sometimes I do. I'm not even gonna front. Be like, man, I'm better off alone than to deal with this shit. I don't want to. Why don't I want to? I don't want to because those unresolved issues, I don't feel like they're gonna get resolved. That's it. That's plain and simple. Because they were never fucking resolved when I was a kid. They were never talked about. Other people's baggage seemed like it's too much to deal with. Definitely. We start to project that our partner should be perfect and fully healed going into a relationship with me. Like, no, you're not. They're not. That's unrealistic. That's hot. That's a stupid ass idea, expectation that you think that that person is supposed to be healed. Like, are you kidding me? That creates hyper independence or codependency. It creates either one, like one of the two. Same thing with the continuance of the patterns, continuance of the patterns of not being there. So it says, we will say it again. Our consciousness first get imprinted with a sense of what to expect in our relationship, starting with our mother and our time in the womb. So for the pregnant girls, for the girls want to get pregnant, for the girls trying to get pregnant, here it is. If your mother is consistently experiencing love, nurturing, attentiveness during her pregnancy, it is imprinted in our conscious that the expectations that the relationships are safe, supported, and comforted. On the other hand, if a mother experiences high levels of stress and emotional turmoil during pregnancy, it might leave us with an unconscious anticipation of relationships being unpredictable and filled with tension. As we are entering this world, our minds continues to expand every relationship that we encounter, each one profoundly impacting our senses of self, our expectations, our view of the world. Children who grow up witnessing and experiencing verbal abuse, infidelity, addictions, and religious judgment, emotional instability, and hostile rage between their parents often find themselves repeating the same patterns within their current partners, despite their intentions to be different. Hello, my name is Nakia, and I am a product of this type of situation. I have done it, and I do it. Witnessing infidelity, growing up in a household with emotional, volatile, and verbal abuse in a common space, without seeing conflict and resolve healthily. I didn't see no conflict resolved healthily. It was a argument today and we laughing tomorrow. But then a week later, that same issue's coming right back up because somebody mentally didn't get over it or emotionally didn't get over it. It didn't get resolved. And I do that shit now. Like, I want to break the cycle of that. Like, I want to break the cycle of that for my kids. Like, I keep trying to tell people that it's so important. So I can say, even with my son, I didn't want to be around somebody who was verbally and mentally abusive, to have a kid with them, to imprint that on my son, so my son didn't have a chance to experience a healthy childhood, to experience a healthy life, to experience a healthy love. You know, he can love freely and believe in love. And my son didn't see me doing anything that made him not trust women. Like, he didn't. Even to this day, I even asked him, like, what have I done anything to imprint how you feel about people? And he's like, no. You actually help me, like, understand certain things that I'm having questions on, but it's in my world. It's in my situation. It's nothing to do with your yesterday, Ma. And that makes me feel really good when he says that. If your childhood environment was characterized by consistent judgments and competitive dynamics between your parents, we will find ourselves in a pattern of nitpicking and judging our partner. This behavior is often as an attempt to feel superior within an unspoken competitiveness in your relationship, leading to cycles of guilt, pride, and tension. Yes. Observing a lack of emotional intimacy and affection between our parents might lead us to believing that all long-term relationships will eventually become dull and devoid of passion. This belief can result in either a reluctance to engage in a long-term relationship, hence, fuck it, I'd rather be alone, or the tendency to gradually cause pursuing and intimacy within a long-term relationship, assuming that the declining of the passion is unavoidable part of commitment. I can admit, I've been in a relationship where the shit got boring, shit got dull, wasn't nothing new coming, wasn't nothing exciting happening, and I wanted to explore something else. Like, maybe this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. Creating more unhealthy patterns, creating more things. Uncovering our own emotional pattern is empowering, though. And it is within the awareness of them that we can consciously choose to self-edit, change, and replace them entirely. I have been working on that so much during my healing journey. Through self-examination and an inner inquiry, we can free ourselves from patterns that no longer serve us and open up to new and healthier relationship dynamics by choosing something different. Breaking the cycle. It says, a great question to continuously ask ourselves, are my words and actions protruding my partner's wounds or contributing to their healing? I ask myself all the time. So I have triggered my partner and some things that they have experienced themselves. And I do ask myself that question. Am I helping with the healing of them, or am I triggering it and making it worse? So those are things that you really sit with. You don't really know until you know. You don't really pay attention until you pay attention. And those childhood wounds into your relationships has definitely, it's moving on. Like, it's moving right along. It's moving right along. It's continuing in your adult life. Like, I'm 38 and I'm still experiencing a lot of this shit. I'm still uncovering a lot of it. I'm still working on the self-editing of myself and really continuing on. So I'm down for the journey. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm expressing how much I'm enjoying the journey. So I'll end with this. This probably is part 3 of this, and we'll continue on and continue to keep talking about more of childhood trauma and how it is definitely affecting our adult relationships. Next, we'll go into the consciousness of things together, and we will go into you being the change that you want to see. Being the change that you want to see. Blending couples of a healed and wounded partners in your relationship. Like, somebody could be healed from certain things and the other person isn't. So how do you blend that wounded partner to this healed partner and help them heal? And accept that help though. So people gotta want to accept it though, because not everybody want to heal. Like, I've experienced that. Not everybody want to heal. Some people just, fuck it, I'm not changing. I'm gonna stay the same. I'm gonna stay the way I am, and I look past all that stuff already, and I don't care to heal it. So I'm gonna be out here living my life the way I want to live my life. Either you accept me for who I am, or oh, okay, cool. That's your decision to do that. So that'll be on our next video. I thank y'all again for liking, subscribing, the people who have been resharing. I appreciate y'all so much. definitely looking forward to some commentary, because I can tell this one might be the one that gets some little commentary behind this one. I appreciate y'all. Until next time.